Perhaps we should turn the freaking sound up.
No, I don't think we need the sound up. We don't need it.
Sherry, what are you drinking?
Juice.
Yeah, that's what
Juice
that is.
from a berry.
That's what it is.
It is.
Yes.
The nectar of the gods.
Hi, guys. It's Laurel.
How
Hi.
freaking sound up.
No.
Hey, Troy. It was great seeing your dancing.
Thank you.
Troy is freaking amazing with that whole dance thing.
He's okay.
Maybe we could do an online video lesson.
Yeah, he can keep up somewhat with me. That's okay. That's what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
The nectar of the gods.
Hi, guys. It's Laurel.
Hi, Laurel.
Oh, wait a minute.
How come it echoes so much? I mean, how come it's delayed?
Okay, who was first in?
Had to be Troy.
Were you first in, Troy?
I just
I think I figured it out, so I clicked. I had the live chat on YouTube, but I just clicked it off.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Waiting for Trevor and Eileen and Sandra and Alan. They should be here any minute, hopefully. Troy, your video was amazing. Ray, are you there? I see Ray.
You mean Frey?
Frey.
Sherry,
Oh, that's what?
Which one?
Ray. Well, Frank and Ray. Like as Lee would say, Frey.
Yes.
Well, we invited Trevor.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to send it twice.
Maybe you got to invite Eileen.
No, I think we can.
We're getting him in here. This is always the fun part.
Trying to get everybody in the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always so much fun.
All right.
Okay, let's see. And we have Angel. Yeah, we need to see if we can.
No. These are just people that want to view.
Oh, okay. They don't. Cairo wanted in. I know that. For
Okay.
sure.
Well, let's bring Cairo in. We can do that.
You gotta.
Okay. So, who watched the radio show? Or listened?
Who watched the radio show?
I watched it. I watched it.
Thank God Alan's not here. That would have been ugly.
Hey, Sherry, can I ask what's in that glass again?
Juice. The nectar of the gods. Well, you know, I watched the radio show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Joy.
All right, can people am I heard? This is
Ray.
She
is. Oh, there's Trevor and Eileen.
There's Trevor and Eileen.
Talking about
okay, nobody could hear me, I guess. So
I wasn't talking about him.
Hey, Sherry, can I ask
Trevor, how do you keep growing? You just like you make this more distinguished every time I see you. It's almost like you just go, "Yes, I am the Lord God of Almighty who can grow this and make it look." But look at it; it looks so distinguished.
Go.
Eileen, tell us the truth. Does he use baby powder to make it look like that?
Baking soda.
Baking soda. Oh, that's intense. That's intense.
I wasn't talking about him. That's to neutralize the acid.
You just sent the whole invitation to everybody. So she highlighted friends, all 827 of them.
I mean, anybody can come
Here,
in.
come on in.
There.
That was awesome.
I'm trying to get Cleo in here, but I don't know how to do it. So
Cleo? Use baby powder to make it look like that.
Sherry says she's trying to get Cleo in there, and then someone brings up baby powder, and I'm trying to think what that has to do with getting Cleo on the line. I really just come up with the most amazing things listening to you guys.
Open it back up. No, open the heat.
I don't know what we.
Is there an echo? It sounds like everything that's being said is echoing back. It's kind of hard to.
If you all mute for a second, it should stop the echo.
Okay. If I do what?
If you hit mute.
Now everybody's muted. We can talk.
Well, wait a minute.
Well, I don't need to because I've got a mute. Well, I've got a mute on my mic. I just press it. You won't see it, but.
Oh, that's why. It's C. Somebody's ringing.
Troy, your phone's ringing.
There it is. All right. I have done my duty for the evening. There it is. Okay. I don't know where Sandra and Alan's at, but we can start with Alan.
Well, they're coming at some point, I'm sure. Do we need to? Sometimes you need to send it to Alan like 3 times because Alan wears very thick glasses. So sometimes you got to make sure.
He's got a great voice, but he's
Trevor, don't tell him I said that.
Horrible.
His eyesight is really, I'm serious. His eyesight is gone, man.
So,
It's gone. Have you ever seen him look at anything?
Check 1, 2.
Yeah.
Does anybody else? Hey guys, does anybody else hear the playback of what's been recorded like 10 seconds off?
I did. This is Laurel. I did earlier, but it went away somehow.
If you hit mute and leave on mute for a minute, it catches up to the live stream. If you don't see live up in the top far right-hand corner, then you're not live right now.
No, I have live in my corner, and muting it hasn't helped.
Okay, then you want to back out and I resend you an invite?
Sure,
Wait.
let's try that again then.
Okay.
Let me unplug here real quick.
gotta take, Ray. That's a chance you gotta take. If you get out, we don't know if you can get back in.
Yes. Mute for a minute. It catches up to the live stream. If you don't see live up the top far right-hand corner, then you're not live right now.
It is an echo.
No,
Laurel, now I hear it. Yeah, late.
muting it hasn't helped.
Okay, then you want to back out and I resend you an invite?
Sure, let's try that again then.
Okay.
Let me unplug here real quick.
Are we just all gonna have to try again?
Far right-hand corner, then you're not live right now.
It is an echo.
No, Laurel, now I hear it. Yeah, late.
Is that better?
Well, I was hearing it for a second, but now it's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
We've turned everybody down in the studio part, so I'm hoping that helps. So
Yes.
as long as it's not happening now.
No, it doesn't sound like it now. So.
Hi, Carrie Ann. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Do we have any questions from the radio show tonight? Kyra, why do I know you have a question? Can Kyra hear us?
Cairo can probably hear us, but I don't think we have Cairo turned up for... Cairo, can you hear us?
Anyone hear me?
Kyra's having issues.
Yes, Cairo's having issues.
Oh, are we still muted?
I don't
No,
know.
you're not muted.
Oh, thank you, Sin.
That's okay.
No,
I
I
don't
can hear you
see
fine, but I can't hear Cairo.
I can't either, but I hear Sin. I know her voice anywhere.
Woohoo!
Let's see, Julie. Let's see if we can get the... There we go. Do that. And do this. We're getting a ton of invites at the same time, and I don't know if Alan and Sandra and their Commodore 64 is able to actually log in here.
We got in trouble for calling that earlier.
Well, Trevor started it.
Yeah, Trevor did.
Trevor said it. So we're just repeating what Trevor
said it first.
Trevor said this. If you're watching this, Alan and Sandra, Trevor told us about the Commodore 64. We're only jumping in on what Trevor had originally stated.
Right.
We love you.
There's Cairo.
Oh, there's Cairo.
There's also PIC 21.
Does it work now? Does it work now?
I see you. I hear you. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Okay. Who listened in?
What's the question? Oh, let me try again. Okay.
I actually
Cairo.
couldn't. I felt sick for some reason. I don't know what it was. I felt drunk. I haven't had a drink.
Hey,
I
Troy.
was like,
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Troy.
Or had originally stated.
Andy,
We love you.
There's Cairo.
Oh, there's Cairo.
What is going on?
No, Julie hit mute for a minute.
does it work now?
I see you. I hear you. Yes.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Julie, will you hit mute for like 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh, let me try again. Okay.
I actually couldn't. I felt sick for some reason. I don't
Hey,
know what
Julie,
it was.
Julie, if you just hit mute for a minute there. Just hit mute for a minute so you can get caught up.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Troy. Oh, she doesn't have a mic. Here's Cairo.
Oh, there's Cairo.
What is going on?
No, Julie,
What's happening?
we hit mute for a minute. Julie.
How about we all hit mute until we're about to speak?
I see you. I hear you. Yes. Okay.
All right.
Will you hit mute for like 2 or 3 seconds?
Oh, let me try again.
Okay. Go ahead, Troy. Oh, she doesn't have a mic. Here's Cairo.
Oh, there's Cairo.
What's going on?
No, Julie, we hit mute for a minute.
How about we all hit mute until we're about to speak?
I see you. I hear you. Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Will you hit mute for like 2 or 3 seconds?
Oh, let me try again.
That should fix it. Okay. That should fix it.
Can everybody hear us? Shake your head. Okay, for those of you that don't have your picture up, just just sit there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that should catch it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. So we have everybody here, I think, except for Alan and Sandra, who are still waiting. Let's see. I think we have another.
There, Ray's back.
Ray's back. And who else did we lose? Did we get Alan and Sandra back in here yet?
It's like 30 minutes of technical difficulty before we can get to the hang of it. It's annoying.
Not really. I mean, this is technology at its finest.
I sound like
so.
a Kardashian saying it's annoying all the time.
Okay.
They're always going, it's annoying, it's annoying.
You really need to stop watching.
With the Kardashians?
Yes, please. I'm glad they got canceled. Yes. Albert.
Me too.
See, Albert is correct. This is hilarious because you try to have a conversation and it just keeps going. Not really sure what's going on here, so let's see if we can.
Sandra and Alan keep messaging us on Facebook saying they haven't been invited, when in fact I've invited them like 62 times.
62, huh?
Well, at least 61. Answer, but that would be.
Hey, Ray, I have a question for you.
Hey.
Yeah.
How are you since the last show?
Terrible.
That's not good.
Terrible, but laughing.
That's good news.
Yeah, life's challenging at the moment, so.
Oh, my Twitter. Stop it.
Well, what's been going on, Ray?
Hey, I have a question for you.
Hey?
Yeah?
How are you since the last show?
We fixed it again. Leon fixed it, now it's fixed again. Carry on.
Ray?
We lost him.
Did we lose Ray again?
I think so.
Is that what happened? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Cairo, yes.
Okay, just double checking. But Ray, I agree. I'm glad that the Kardashians got canceled.
We're all getting in
I was
trouble.
like, yes!
Okay. All right. I believe we have... Hey, Carrie Ann, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, we can hear you fine.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Julie, try before you speak. I'm not sure, but some computers actually have a program where you have to press Control or Alt before you speak.
There comes Alan.
There they are.
Now you have to mute them.
That means technology at its finest. Okay.
I'm figuring this out. I got it.
I'm glad they got canceled. Yes.
When somebody
Yes.
new comes in, it takes it and
Tries to catch
tries
them
to
up.
catch up.
Gotcha.
And so that's why you have to mute somebody who's new for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds, and then.
Hi, Eileen. How you doing? We miss you, Eileen.
We do miss you, Eileen.
You've been very busy.
Hey,
Did you forget about us?
say that again?
I said, did you forget about us?
Say that again, Lee.
Did you forget about us? Hi.
What about you? Why would I forget about you?
You've been too quiet. Shh.
You've been so quiet,
You've been
Eileen.
hunting rabbits.
So what are you?
Oh. I love you, Trevor.
I keep asking myself why we let Trevor and these hang out, and that's
Trevor,
the reason why.
Trevor is, oh my God, look at Alan.
There he is.
Look at him.
Alan, in all his glory.
He's got the whole, hey man, you put on a white robe, it's on. I'm swear, we're going back to the mothership.
Oh, what's up? Sorry, I was on the wrong band.
Ray, are you there? She's gone.
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause I
she
wanna-
said she had to reboot her laptop.
Yeah, I really want to find out what's going on with her.
Hi, Laurel.
Yeah.
Is that Laurel?
Yeah. Well,
I have my here. Well, I'll uncamera myself. I'm hot, sweaty, and I'm grieving a little bit, and I'm having a rough time. And Eileen is off most of this week from giving massages at my chiropractor. I have gotten a phone call from my TwinFlames daughter the other night, upset because it appears that her father is so much drinking and smoking pot again that he stole some drugs from her, medications from her cabinet after commenting about the street value of them. And then it appears he stole some other things. And apparently one day when they had family services coming over, he literally lights a joint up in her house while family services is driving over. And she said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, well, you could spray some stuff around." And they found a joint in the yard. And in the meantime, she still keeps letting her father babysit. I think that will be stopping. So I'm sad because one of the big things I've seen is that I was going to help with, heal their family. And it's all blowing up, and then I guess that's where I get to trust the universe. And now it's all in the universe's hands, not my hands, which might be a good thing, actually. So, but I'm still grieving a little bit around it. So that's kind of what's going on with me. And I'm going out of town this weekend to a Trinity workshop, so I'm very happy about that.
There comes Alan.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Laurel.
Yes.
Let's see the muscle. I mean, I can see. I mean, you've got the whole flex thing. There it is.
There's still a little bit there, but I'm working on it. Well, it's just so ungodly hot here that walking the dogs, even at 9
Were you
o'clock.
powerlifting the dogs? I mean, yeah. You're
Oh, and now Jim just got home.
Okay.
I have 2 visiting. I'm going to mute you guys now because I have 2 visiting dogs.
Okay.
I love it. It makes
So
me want to howl.
Alan, Sandra, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
How you doing? We miss you, Eileen.
Is that you, Alan?
Oh, wait a minute.
There.
Say again?
Now speak.
Hello?
There. Oh.
Oh, he used the voice. There he is, the voice.
Look at that hair.
it's the hippie.
I know. I've got hair envy. You? I've got hair envy.
Oh.
Everybody's been on Eileen, and we just miss you.
Okay. Sorry.
What
All right. Who has a question about the show tonight? Anybody have a question we didn't get to?
I do. I got this strange phone call at 8 o'clock. Was that you guys?
Yes, that would have been us.
Okay, would you quit calling us?
Actually, no, we're not going to stop calling. As a matter of fact, we're going to call you a whole lot more often. So start looking for us to call from, block numbers and probably a few other things. We're probably, you know what?
You're going to buy some trivets, Trevor. You're buying some trivets. We're not going to stop calling until you buy some trivets.
And Eileen, you can't hide. We're going to be calling for you too.
If you don't answer the phone, we're just going to
You'll know.
show up.
You'll know because we're going to go. We've got a vacuum cleaner for you to buy, and we want to come over and show it to you.
Okay.
We have decided on a honeymoon. We're going to Colorado Springs, and then we're going to Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, and then we're going to pop over to Kauai to see.
I don't know if you want to go to Jacksonville. You be careful there, because.
In Jacksonville? You're not a fan of Jacksonville?
I grew up there for a little bit. It was quite insane. You got to pick.
That's where Trevor and Eileen are, right? Aren't you guys in Jacksonville?
Yeah, we're there, but we're like in it, but not of it.
Aw, look at all.
Kind of like the people that live in Haight-Ashbury.
Kind of like that.
They're in it, but not of it.
Exactly. That was actually berserkly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we actually had a really great discussion of it. I thought it was great how we all talked about all of the different questions that were being asked, and it really felt it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it was good.
We really look forward to doing this because
it's a break.
It's a break, but at the same time, we really get to talk about what we need to go into the core, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys all see it every day. You run into people who have not reached the core yet, and you want them to reach the core, and you just look at them and go, "It's over there. It's over there," and you're pointing directly here, right? You're pointing go there because that's where they need to go, and it's almost like And Trevor, I've got to ask you, did you like the whole they playing? I know you got it because we were around when Fantasy Island was there. And Alan too. Alan got it.
Oh, Alan, yeah, I got it.
Alan's even got his Ricardo Montalban.
I didn't think it was.
If you would have put it back in.
I didn't think it was fun.
It was fun.
Okay, it was fun.
Ask Alan and Trevor. It was fun.
I don't
even
believe
Eileen,
Alan and Trevor.
You know what? That's some selfish shit.
What was that? It's like trying to get your brothers and sisters to explain something to you and you believe them. When my sisters try to tell me something, I never believe them because they know it's a line of crap.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? You know what? That's not even fair. It's not even fair on any level.
Alan and Trevor are my soul brothers, and I don't trust them.
I trust them. I trust them.
Smart lady. I got to give her that.
You are so wrong for that.
There's Alan Goforth.
Hi, Alan.
What's up?
How are you?
All right.
Did you listen to the radio show, Alan?
Alan's still adjusting from coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. He was about 3 hours behind, so he's really feeling it. You know how Trevor, when you come over from the West Coast to the East Coast and you keep going, I lost 3 hours, where did they go? And you start checking your pockets for them, you're like, and you want to find them because you know that you've lost time somewhere. You're just not sure where you lost it.
Trevor
understands.
My whole trip over from the West Coast to the East Coast was a dream.
Right.
It was.
Did you ride your bike the whole way, or did you just take a plane, or?
I rode a broom.
I rode the Harley all the way over with a tent and a few things that I needed, and it was interesting. It went good.
Wow.
Interesting.
How many miles was that?
3,000.
Oh, good.
Wow.
But
wow.
Oh, Jesus. You got an ass made of steel. I feel for you. I know. Oh, Jesus. For the love of God.
Let's talk to Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann, did you listen to the radio show?
I didn't get a chance. This is my first time getting to see the discussion live. I usually always catch it like the next day or the following.
Do you have any questions for any of this soul family of mayhem?
Soul family of mayhem.
I probably have a lot of questions, but I just enjoy listening to you guys' videos. It helps me a lot as far as my process of growing.
Good.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that. All of us appreciate it. It's tonight's radio show was about mountains. And she's never going to let me ever forget that I dropped the F-bomb like I did about mountains. I don't get that part.
The FCC was at the door in like 2.2 minutes. Mike was trying to attack him.
Now we're going to do a 7-second delay. Thank you.
This coming from the radio.
Right.
That's right.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
John
Hold on,
boy.
I can't see anybody.
You can't? We're all
Wait.
here.
There's
I don't know.
Oh, there's Elizabeth.
Okay, hold on.
Lucy Grosso?
Yeah.
What do I do? Do I X out the background?
Yes, you have. We're all here. Troy?
Hi, Elizabeth.
Is Troy there? I just got mute on.
You can unmute yourself, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Hello.
I wanted to commend you on your post today.
What sounds like a hurricane?
Yeah.
I wanted to commend you on your post today.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Somebody's out in the wind.
Me, I'm going to put my microphone up while I'm smoking, so it's just me.
Oh, okay.
Sid.
Thanks,
We
Ed.
love you, Sid.
Troy, your post today was very powerful. And we understand where you're coming from as far as where you've got to be. You think that you're going through this by yourself, but everybody in this room can relate to everything you wrote in such a way.
Yeah, I just felt it was time. In times of speaking with Lee and Sherry and watching the videos, I just got to this place, and over time things just kept going through my head, and I decided I'm just gonna tell the story and where I'm at and what I've been through. And showing the video of my studio, I think, kind of helped people to resonate of the magnitude of something I've been dreaming about all my life, and then getting to that point. And at that point, I was, Lee and I, we talked about it, I was around so many people, hundreds of people all the time. And, being on TV, performing, touring, all those things, and then me, my TF on top of that, it was overwhelming. And it just brought me straight down, and like the fear of everything hit me, the fear of success, the fear of love, the fear, all my fears hit at once. And the only thing I felt like to be able to get to this place is to finally just express it. One thing I have been doing is doing a lot of writing, and writing about my story with dance and stuff like that, and then it just kind of correlated to my journey with my twin flame, because I met her in my studio, which I built. So it all kind of came to a head together.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And thank you so much for sharing, because this particular connection has no concept of any of the discrimination that we do.
Yeah.
It just does not care.
No.
And
No.
it will put you at the greatest odds of what you've already experienced in yourself, and show you the truth about yourself.
Yeah. No, it definitely did. And like in the radio show earlier, you guys were discussing if you knew or had an idea of what that person was, I remember back when I was in college describing this person. I described her to a T. And someone would ask, well, you know, if you ever did find that certain person, what would she be like? And then she actually came. What I described, it was her. But the funny thing is, for people who don't know my story, is my flame is an actual biological twin. So I ended up meeting her twin sister first. Then I met her.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I walked into my studio, they were working at the studio, and her sister was working at the desk, and I'm like, who are you? Because my the other owner hired her. I was like, hey, how you doing? Met you and everything. And then like a week later, I walked into the studio, and my flame was actually sitting down reading. And I thought it was the other one. But then her sister was taking class. And I was like, wait a minute, there's two of them. Hold on. But then, you know, later on, you know, time goes on. But that was an interesting point. Like, that person I described, and actually two of them showed up. Well, just one, but there's two because they're biological twins, if that makes any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, but
I think it makes perfect sense to me.
I couldn't imagine if there were two of you.
Yes, you could.
I couldn't either.
Wait a minute.
No comment.
Wait a minute.
It makes sense to me too, so I get it.
That what? There is was it saying that we're not at max capacity, so I don't understand.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things that you have to experience, though, Troy, is what you have in here. All of those things that happen to you happen for a specific purpose and a reason.
Yeah.
And we can tell you that if it reflected something back to you that you need to do as far as your work, just do the work. And then sometimes it requires you letting go.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, that's what just letting go. Like, I remember the day I walked into my studio, and I literally, these are the walls that I built with my hands. I put my hands on those walls and told it was time for me to go. I knew it was time for me to leave that building. I didn't know why. I didn't know for what reason. But I just stood in there, just put my hands on those walls and said, I'm sorry, I have to go.
Right.
And I walked out. And that was the hardest thing, one of the hardest things I've ever done, because it's, you know, a dream of mine since I was 8 years old. And to walk away from something that you built from scratch, and you were only in it for a year and a half, you know, I don't know why I can put any words close to it, is because I don't have any kids, of having a child, and a year and a half that child's gone. That's what it felt like. So then on top of that, that being gone, being, you know, my awakening happening and my beating my twin at the same time, I was gone. I didn't know who I was. I just watched everything just spiral from there. You know, and so just like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I was the first time I walked back into that building for the first time. And it felt, it was funny, like I walked in, it kind of had this, we've been waiting for you feeling. Like I could still feel my energy in the walls, but it was different. It was definitely different, you know, and I walked through it and everything, and I was like, I was touching the walls, and it kind of had this, we've been waiting for you, we've been waiting for you, we've been waiting for you.
I can definitely relate to that.
Thank you. You know, and I talked to, you know, one of the other owners, is him and I, we've been touring and dancing together for a very long time, and you know, we had a lot of disagreements during that time, but we went ahead and, you know, mended some fences and stuff, and so starting January 1st, next Tuesday, I will go back and teach my first official class back in that building.
Congratulations and welcome home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a question.
Our YouTube channel.
This comes from Barbara, and I believe this question is for, Alan, are you there?
He can't get on. Something's up. He can't get on.
I show Alan in the room.
Alan Spears.
Alan Spears in the room. I don't know if...
We don't know what's going on with that.
I don't want to do that.
No, we
takes
don't
him
want
out
to do
forever.
that. Yeah, you don't want to inject
I did
anybody.
that with Alan Goforth.
Yes, you
once.
did. You ejected him, and the last thing we know,
And then
he could never get back.
I banned him.
I like this video. I like this
She
video.
banned him, and
He
I was
had like 2 life sentences. He couldn't be back into Google Plus.
I was like, that was just... But anyway, the question is...
Sometimes.
So, I mean, I guess Eileen and Trevor, this question is for us. At what point do you see that it is a twin flame connection versus an ordinary attraction?
Oh.
Eileen, I saw your eyes. You can't get away with it.
Oh, you know
can't
what,
run.
Eileen?
She does this. She goes.
You know what, Eileen? You can't even get away with sitting there being quiet because now we're on video and we can see your eyes go, oh.
She gets the glow. Please. Trevor raises his hand like, yes, I know. I see it every day. It happens all the time. Run with it. Go ahead.
Okay. There's Alan.
There's Alan.
Oh, there's Alan. Alan, I'll go ahead and read the question one more time so Alan and Sandra can hear.
We're still trying to get Goforth in, so.
At what point, Alan Spear, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the question that came from Barbara. At what point do you see that it is a twin flame connection versus an ordinary attraction?
Oh, for me, right from the start.
Yeah, because then we're going to go to Eileen. We're just letting her get
Yeah, we just wanted you to hear the question because Eileen's about to go ahead and set it straight. Yes. Trevor's already got the finger in there. We're dialed in. Let's go.
Dialed in.
Oh, me and Trevor are both vaping.
Alan.
What?
No, I thought Eileen was going.
Never mind. Let's start with Eileen.
Go on.
I really want to start with Eileen.
Yes, because she sat right up there.
She's like, oh,
I got this one. Go ahead.
Okay, so the difference between a twin flame relationship, knowing that it's a twin flame relationship versus just a normal relationship is foundation of love. Unconditional love, no judgment, everything's laid on the table. Anything that comes up is automatically worked on, released, and you move on. Plain and simple. You know, it's a deeper connection that you can't put words to, but you know you're connected to this person in a greater way than just it's love, and you live with that person and you get up with them in the morning and go about your day. It's you know, everything that's involved in the relationship has a connection. Trevor?
For me, I'm like Alan. I gained a lot of experience through my life, and and the basically what I found is that everything else was a relationship, and this is like there.
Instant marriage, right? Almost.
Yeah. Exactly. There is a kind of like everything else was practice, and what is now is just solid. There is a underlying core of a connection that allows each person to be able to say, express, experience within each other exactly what's going on.
Alan?
Yeah, well, you know, like I started to say before, I knew it was immediately, as soon as we looked in each other's eyes, I knew that there was something really, really different, really deep, but I had no idea what it was. I mean, you know, we're talking about the mid-1980s, and I had no idea what it was, but I did know that there was something really different about Sandra, and I didn't really fully appreciate it in two stages for me. Number one, when I was basically kicked out of the state of Missouri, and number two, when we came back together about 3 years ago. So I mean, it was kind of like a three-part stage for me personally.
It was the state.
It wasn't a county. It was the whole state.
No, it was the whole flipping state.
They were like,
I
there's
watched the video. I know. I had to laugh too. I like your whole subtle like, oh yeah, we're not gonna say who it was, but he did it subtle. And I'm like,
yeah, that was great.
Alan,
That
you
was
do realize you said the whole state.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't a town. It wasn't a county.
It wasn't
a region. It was the whole freaking state.
What was it with you and friends that are kicked out of whole states? That's the second one of your friends that we know that are kicked out of a whole state. He's got a friend that he worked with that kicked out of the state of Mississippi.
But she shot the whole house up and was threatening the police. She didn't have my friend seemed to be that way. Her friend was
like a spiritual dome lockout kind of thing.
okay. So here's how I want to kind of say, how do you know when you've seen how you've met your twin flame versus an ordinary relationship? When you look at somebody and time stops and you don't know how to speak.
Can I add to this?
That would be your twin flame.
Yeah.
If you go into the other one and you go, ooh, he's attractive, or ooh, she's attractive, that's ordinary.
Yeah.
Can I also add to this?
Because what happens to you is it tries to access a place in you that you've never gone into inside yourself. So you'll know when you've met your twin when that moment strikes you, and it strikes you, and you can't deny it. I would tell you that is pretty much true for Eileen and Trevor, for Alan and Sandra, for me and Sherry. The truth is that something struck and really took us, and we went.
I need to start looking some stuff up because I need to go because everybody thinks I'm batshit crazy.
When you feel that you're batshit crazy and you can now be categorized or kicked out of the state, then you know that you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
My
and that's
family thinks I'm batshit crazy. When I start to explain my connection with Lee, when I start to explain our connection to anybody, friends, family, they're you're batshit crazy. You're crazy. That just doesn't exist. It's not there. They all think we're crazy. We don't care. Put a coat on us. They can put me in a room and lock me in a room forever. He's still going to be with me. I'll still claim it when I'm in the white coat. I don't care.
Sandra would do the same. Eileen would do the same. It's just something that you run into
It's a supernatural connection. I can feel what they feel. I'm telling you that I was sitting here with my daughter and her friend last week. The week before last. And Lee was gone, and he left the phone. We only have one cell phone. We share it. So he left the phone. No method of communication. None. And I was like, man, I should have told Lee to pick up a bottle of wine. Didn't have no way to get a hold of him, so I'm just like, babe, don't forget to pick me up a bottle of wine.
So I'm standing in line at the store, and I go, I do want some I tasted the wine. And I don't like the taste of the wine she drinks. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go get the wine, right? So I'm in a store where I can't get wine, so I have to go across the street. I'm getting the wine. As I'm getting the wine, I hear, don't forget the bananas.
Because he has a one-track mind. If he's getting the wine, I knew he was going to forget the bananas.
I come in, right? I come in, I'm like...
My daughter says to me, I swear, Mom, if he comes in with a bottle of wine, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because there's no way to communicate with him. And here he come in the door.
With a bottle of wine.
And the bananas.
I put the wine down, and I looked at her, I said, I got your wine. I could taste it when I was at the store, and I said, and here's the bananas that you say you want for your damn smoothie. Because here's the thing. You don't understand that there is another way that you can communicate because you're not in touch with yourself. When you become in touch with yourself, other forms of communication, if you're an empath, you get what I'm saying, but just understand that there's a deeper way of understanding it. You can hear everything. You can hear the truth. You can hear what somebody's saying. And it's funny because in society we've been taught, if you're in this kind of energy, get the hell out of there because you're gonna pick up somebody's energy. But what if you can help somebody stop suffering or help them get a bottle of wine or bananas? You can't get away from that part. That's what
imagine a regular, ordinary relationship when he walks in the door and he don't have the wine or the bananas, right?
And I didn't take my phone.
Then it's like, you can't believe you forgot. I can't believe you forgot the bananas, and I really wanted a bottle of wine. And then it's a whole argument.
Oh no.
With this connection, it avoids all that.
It becomes this. Oh, you didn't take your phone? Who was you with? Where was you at?
Yeah, it does become that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Alan, Sandra, am I scratching on something? I'm sorry, Alan. Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
You can't say that word.
Hey, don't get me started.
Don't get me.
It happens though. Where were you at? What were you doing? Why did I? It's a telepathic communication that only if you've experienced it can you believe in it.
Yes. There is a different path to you being able to be connected so deeply where even just the littlest thought, whether it be that you can taste what they're drinking, you can experience what they're experiencing, you'll know when you walk into this connection. It's not like any other connection. You can't, I mean, if you are more than 1,000, if you're more than 1,000 feet apart and you can feel the other person, you're connected. Don't try to say, oh, I'm not connected. I don't know what this is. And you think this is supposed to be a bubbly thing. It's just, you know what? Listen. Right?
I say right.
Yes. Come on, Mike. Tell him. Tell him, Mike.
Mike was trying to get on the conversation. Nobody cared.
Eileen, anything to add to what I just said?
Tyro's got something to add.
She's sitting there. Oh, Trevor.
No.
Oh, Trevor went and got more baby powder. Look.
I think he went for the bananas.
He got baking soda.
Baking soda.
Do I have anything to add? Well, I like how you said that it's otherworldly, so to speak. Oh, what did you say, Sherry? You said it was
supernatural.
What was the word you used?
Supernatural?
Supernatural, yeah. So, the supernatural part, oh, there's the cat. Wow, he's not very long. There's our main coon.
Your cat.
Yes, he did. Oh, no, not that size of a cat.
No, that cat's mean.
That cat's big as hell.
And nobody's messing with that cat.
Nope.
No, that cat's evil. Look at its eyes.
Cairo, I guess Troy wants to hear your point of view on the twin flame versus an ordinary connection, and I'm sure, is Ray still in here or is Ray not? We lost Ray.
We're still trying to get Goforth back.
Well, the room it's apparently...
They're saying it's full, but it can't be full. We're supposed to be able to fit up to 100.
I don't understand. Google Plus is a very strange place.
I'm going to take Mike out.
Okay. I'm not going to cry this time when you leave.
Right.
You guys just don't understand how much trouble I got in last time. You was crying?
Well, he got in trouble big.
He had to be here. It was a moment for all of us to kind of embrace each other, and that's what happened, and that's the way it went down, and I'm proud of it.
And that was my first hangout, actually. Okay, so everybody can hear me, right? I'm not thinking.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn you up, Kyra. Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So my input actually, it kind of relates to today's technology. When I first started to talk to my twin flame, I didn't even know that she was my twin. And she sent me a picture, as most people do when they meet online, just a sudden pull. We had this magnetic pull. I was just looking for car parts on Craigslist, and I don't even know what she was doing at the time, but something all of a sudden yelled at me, like pulled me to the personals part of it, and I was like, I don't want to post anything. I never post anything. No, that's horrible. No. Post. Now. Do it. Smack. Now. So I posted. She had this magnetic pull to look. We both talked. We both collaborated. We kind of started texting, and the first picture she sent me, I almost dropped my phone. My reaction was just, wow, oh my god. I've never felt that connection, that sense of searching myself, searching my memories. Like, oh my gosh, where do I know you from? Where? And she had the same feeling, and that was when it was really, really crazy. And then it seemed like she was trying to communicate something to me, but I didn't know really what it was until not too long ago. And so I've got this feeling that she already knows what was going on. She just doesn't know what to call it. And now that I'm figuring things out, I feel that she's figuring it out. She's starting to realize, like, wait a second, I can't go forward. I have to go back because I just did all of this other stuff. And I don't mean moving forward just to move back. I mean moving forward to keep growing, but also thinking back to realize I already had my one. I don't want to ruin this. I've got to go fix things, so that we can move forward again together. And it felt like we were both kind of waking up slowly out of a 6-year coma.
That makes sense.
That's pretty much the gist of what as soon as it shows a regular relationship versus a union, that's what it would feel like, is waking up from a coma and your karma is just clearing itself and you don't understand what's going on. But if it's a regular relationship, there's a feeling of, ooh, happy, great, growth, puppy love, but it's not really that feeling of, now we can really get down to work, now we can really start to move forward. And with a regular relationship, that feeling of moving forward is not there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Totally agree.
Julie, do you have any questions?
I don't think her mic works.
Oh, okay. How about you, Elizabeth? Okay. Elizabeth's mic is not working. She's just doing the whole sign language thing, and that's awesome. Okay, that's interesting. Yes. Mm-hmm. We don't know.
Can you hear us, Elizabeth?
I think there was a question.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Okay, she can hear us. Okay. So, how about you, Carrie Ann?
I don't have any questions so far. I'm just listening to everybody's connection. I think I could agree with a lot of you guys said as far as connecting with someone like that. I think for me, it was his voice that it just opened all my chakras up at once, and his eyes changed a different color than what they were. So,
wow.
Wow. That makes really good sense.
Yeah. How about you, Sin?
I guess what would mine be? Mine's a little bit different in that I didn't see mine or know the real one for some time, but all those things happened, that connection, that merge happened in typing. Like for 6 months I didn't hear a voice or anything. And having been through the running away, coming back, and having spoken to, I think 3 of you here, I've spoken to Laurel, I've spoken to Eileen, and I've spoken to you, LeeSherry, you know, reminding me back to self and going inside to fix what's in me that's not the truth. I feel like I don't panic as much these days. I don't question the connection. Like today you talked about, you know, one of the questions was, oh, do you move on with someone else in case they decide, because they have free will, never to come back? I guess, you know, that's always an option. I don't know that I'm in a place where I could do that right now. I'd much rather work on myself and see what goes from there and stay busy. But I just, I I don't know, questions as much as gratitude. Like, I'm so grateful there's a place like this I can come where I don't feel like I'm insane. Because there's no one in my real life, really, I can talk to about this that gets it. They're all, you know, the common thing I think all of you would say was, move on, what are you doing? You know, you're wasting your life. Why are you stopping? And forget them and find someone else. And the best way to get over someone is to get under somebody else. And I'm just thinking, freaking roll my eyes. Like, if you're not supposed to swear, I apologize in advance because it comes out. Like, that's just the way it is. But
I can tell you,
he's been on a roll.
I've had a foul mouth all night, so it's at this point it's gravy.
You probably caught it from me yesterday, so
that could have been the case.
I'm used to the handcuffs. The FCC might as well come on and get me.
Well, with that, I could
just thank you for being here. You know,
that wasn't sexual. That was literal.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Sid. Okay. Elizabeth did post something in chat. If you don't have chat open, she put, the question is related to what I asked earlier in Sandra post. So the connection, it's not like intense infatuation, but more intense growth inducing, and an ability to connect via energy above physical. Oh, Trevor, I saw you lean to the side. Go ahead.
He was trying to read something.
Oh, was he?
I'm trying to read the post.
I didn't see that you had your daddy glasses on. Let's see. Go ahead, Alan. You have something, or Sandra? Sandra does. She has that look.
Yeah, you know Sandra does.
Sandra read it. She's the one that read it in the first place. So go ahead.
I can start.
Okay, go ahead and start.
I can start. In our personal experience, I can honestly say that I was physically infatuated with you. I still am. But then it became emotional, mental, and all that. You're pretty cute. But the ability to connect.
Meeting adjourned.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Via energy, I'm really making Julie laugh a lot. But yeah, the ability to connect with someone that you're physically infatuated with. Whoa. To me, that is bliss. That is it's supernatural.
There was an instant where when we first met, there was the click in the connection where, okay, who is this and why in the hell do I feel this way? But there's this other powerful thing that does come over, even top of the energy of being physically enabled in this connection. That part rang so true, just in communication and conversation, and then when we sat in front of each other and kept looking in the eyes. When we saw each other in the eyes, we saw into each other in the eyes. There was no distinction from it. There was no separation from it. There was
let's throw an emphasis on that. It's not like we were looking into each other's eyes. We were looking into each other's souls. I could see inside this man, the good and the bad, and I was like, okay.
Do I want to run or do I want to stay?
Right.
Do I want to run or do I want to stay?
Yeah.
Now see, what's supposed to happen, and it's not going to be true for every twin. Some twins aren't even freaking understanding that they're twins. We didn't understand that for a very long time. All I knew is that when she saw into me, she could see both sides of me, the evil and the good. And that scared the hell out of me. But at the same time, she didn't run from it. There's a deeper truth to that. What is it that was evil and good in me? And why wasn't she running? It automatically makes you twitch because now you're seeing. So how exposed are you supposed to be when you get seen? The intense feeling and fear, like you said, Elizabeth, that intense feeling, that intense knowing is the truth.
And I believe that it's that I see you through spiritual eyes, like I was talking about in the radio show. When I put on my physical eyes, it's probably just a Powerball or a bonus. that I'm completely enamored by your physical being, is that I think it's a Powerball. But
yes, Alan, I'm getting lucky tonight. Alan heard me.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true for all twins. I just know that when I am switching from my spiritual eyes to my physical eyes and I see you, it's like, and then when I switch from my physical eyes to my spiritual eyes, I'm like, so it's I don't know if that's true for all twins. I just know it's true for us.
Here's what I do know. When you do this, and you look into each other, and you keep looking, and you don't move, and you stare at each other, you can see the truth.
There
it is.
There it is.
If you don't do that, right, you guys got it. You guys know what we're talking about. And Eileen and Trevor, you guys do it too. Yeah. There's a moment where you do that, and you know you can hear them. You can feel them. You can feel the energy coming from it. When did we think that we couldn't do that to be connected completely? Who told you couldn't? You'll know when you're with your twin because you'll just want to stay there. You don't want to leave. You just want let's stay here. Let's not go anywhere. And that's where you can live. That's your home. So, Elizabeth, we hope that answered your question, because what you start to see when you keep going in deep looking from that view does the most amazing, beautiful thing.
Cairo, it's like the cone heads, actually. You don't need the eyes. Why do we have this chat?
Oh, that was perfect. It was perfect.
I love you, Cairo.
So did it come to letting go of preconceived ideas that love is infatuation? If you don't want to leave, why are there runners? Okay, preconceived is a condition. When you preconceive anything, you've created a condition to what love is. You will have to go around like this inside yourself to let them into a specific point. That's what preconceived tells you. What if you didn't have that with one other person? What if you could trust one other person? What if you could speak and tell your truth to one other person and not be judged, not be criticized, not be attacked, not be blamed? Just be accepted for who you are. What if you spent your whole life having all those other things? What if you could just have that one glimpse of bliss of not having to not be accepted?
Right. Sometimes it goes a little deeper than that. Last week I was a little irritated about something. Now I know what it was. At the time I didn't, but the whole time that I was expressing my irritation in the ways that I was thinking at the same time, well, she's going to see past all the bullshit anyway. You know, it just, the connection is in such a way that no matter what's going on, the other person can see past it anyway. And but the nice thing about that is the trust. The trust that you know that your twin has seen past all the superficial crap anyway. So it's good. You can vent a little bit, say whatever you're going to say, be irritated a little bit about what, you know, whatever it is, and you still know that the other one knows what really is.
Amen.
Yeah, Elizabeth, you see love.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see in love in everything, and they see it in you. You can't, and then you're wondering why you only see it in this one other person. You don't know why this person has come into your existence. You don't understand why they keep standing there, standing still, while you keep shouting everything that's going to make them run away.
And when you lean into them and you feel
that's exactly what Trevor just said. He said it in such a way where the acceptance is completely embraced. I'm sorry, Cairo, we didn't hear you. Because Cairo, do you want to make her sick? Because all you got to do is just go like this. Just keep going. But that's how I used to make you throw up when you were drinking. Just keep doing that. I'm telling you, it works like a charm. She'll stop drinking.
That's what I did. And then it was all like, oh my god. But when you look into them and you meld with them, you feel like you're suddenly floating in outer space and looking into the most beautiful nebula you've ever seen. Like no science has ever taken a picture. The Hubble whatever telescope has never seen it before, but you discovered it. You see it. That's what it feels like. That, to me, at least. I don't know if everybody else sees that or has seen that or felt it, but I haven't.
And
said it perfect.
Yeah, she said it perfect.
Yeah.
So to run from that is because you have the lies inside and don't deserve it.
Oh, right on the head.
Right on
the head.
God, you've got great coaches.
I can tell that because I didn't feel like I deserved it.
Here's the thing. When you have certain lies that you say inside yourself,
especially when people say to each other, I don't deserve you. When you hear people say that, no.
Yes, but if you have those in you, Cairo, what ends up happening to the person who's trying to bring that into you? I'm sorry, Cairo. What did you say? Cairo was saying something. When you have a twin who keeps trying to come and say I love you and you don't love yourself, what happens?
You run.
I'm sorry. What is that called?
You say it. Oh, come on! You're putting me on the spot, man.
Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Let's ask somebody who really knows. Alan?
What?
Alan said what?
What?
Oh, look. What is this? The cat festival? Everybody got their cat.
You guys are in the bow chicka wow wow phase.
Well, you know.
That never goes away.
You know what? It really hasn't.
It really hasn't. 9 years later, we're still like, we just met.
Yes. Because every day you wake up, you're new.
Yeah. And a virgin.
Oh, God.
I could package that in boxes up and sell it. No, I can sell the shit out of that. But it is true. Every day you wake up, just like when you go to sleep, you dawn. You know, we recently were talking about what is 86,400. What?
Why?
What is 86,400?
That's just a number.
That's how many seconds are in a day. How often do you connect during those seconds?
Everyone.
Yeah, you would think if you just took even if you only took maybe 50 of those seconds a day to just stay connected.
Is that a cat's ass on Sandra's
That
shoulder?
was a cat's ass.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, your cat just put his ass in your thing. Oh, Trevor, don't pick up your cat now. The cats are on their way.
Grandson. That's right.
And that's our new doily.
Parents, everybody.
Yes, yes. Good looking boy. Way to go, Alan.
Hey, you betcha, buddy. Damn cat. Oh, yeah, well, you know.
Okay. Laurel said, I didn't get the original share. One thing I'm grateful for, which has happened out of the last few days, is that I have come to realize I am totally committed to myself and continuing my evolution. Years ago, I ran from myself when we had our first big separation.
I did the same thing, Laurel. Same thing.
Thanks to everyone being here. If you're watching this and you've been listening to our radio shows that we started back in end of January into February, Eileen, thank you. Sandra and Alan, thank you. Trevor, thank you. That was the reason that we started this. Is we've been so busy running from ourselves, pointing outside, pointing to the other person, saying they're running. We needed to tell you the truth.
Shit.
I know, we're 2 years late. Sorry about that, Cairo.
Shit being the truth.
But Eileen, would you agree? I mean, you see more runners in the person who's spouting that somebody's running than the actual person who doesn't even see that they're pointing to themselves at the same time.
Pointing outside, not realizing there are three fingers pointing back. I almost said penis.
I used to say it all the time, and I realized
the word
it was very true. It was so much more true when I figured out that everything that I was saying that was horrible and bad about my twin, I stopped. I was like, doesn't she realize that everything she's putting on me is actually her and everything, blah, 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 blah. And I had to stop for a second. I had to stop myself and say, whoa, wait a second. That sounds like me too. So here.
It's funny because Cairo, you never really realize when you're running. You'll do this. You'll go. You'll go. You did this. You did that, and you don't see that as your permission to give yourself to run. And then when they run, you wonder, what did I just make somebody, or why are they running from? You make it a very strange objection in yourself to realize that you've given permission.
God! Sorry, the dog.
What did you do, Sherry? What is this?
No, it was Big Mike who wants to show his face, and I was...
Oh.
But it's always been that way. It's been a very trying union to get into because of that very thing. Because you want to point at somebody else as being the reason that you're not connected. But you don't see that by pointing outside yourself that you're disconnecting from yourself.
Right.
Good point.
I had to count the 3 here because there's only 1 out there.
I do it all the time.
Yes.
And I find myself correcting myself. Oh shit. I do it a lot. I do it to Lee a lot.
Yeah, she blames me a lot for everything, and I'm okay with it now. I mean, I don't.
Well, it's probably his fault. Just saying.
Well, now that we're talking about ego,
that was great.
Oh, wow.
That kind of reminds me of my story.
I've got to read what Ray just posted. For me, the magnetic draw was like Cairo described it. Frank and I figured it out pretty quickly, and we opened each other karmically quickly as well. Twins are magical, but they're not magical enough to regrow a hymen.
I beg to differ.
I actually found the description for that spark that one feels when you hug your twin for the very first time, and I actually finally last night found a good description for it. It's just the same as a spark that one uses to light a gas stove, and that stove will stay on, no matter how high or low the setting, until you can't turn it off.
All right. Well, we are coming up on time that we have to wind this down.
Oh.
You know what? Because we're recording another episode tonight. And
this one won't be pretty, so now I'm like...
This one won't be pretty. Well, I mean, yeah.
It'll be pretty.
It'll be pretty.
So we also are going to run a video, I guess, after that for the Switch.
I guess, if that's what they want.
Well, people want to understand what the Switch is. I mean, Eileen and Trevor, you're familiar with the Switch, right?
Are we going to be in this one?
Oh, do you guys want to join us in this one?
You can be in any one you want, buddy.
You said the Switch.
Why don't you show them what a real pet looks like, Big Mike?
He's not willing to jump up here.
Here, show them what a real pet looks like.
So, thank you all for being here tonight. We really do appreciate it.
He's not looking.
Trevor and Eileen, you want to tell them where everybody can find you?
Okay. Yes. On Facebook, TwinFlames, and Ordinary to Extraordinary Life, and all in caps, I Need to Vent, and then my website, www.eileenbuild.com.
Thank you for the I Need to Vent website. Thank you so much.
It's great, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Okay, and Sandra and Alan? Where can they find you at? Let's see if Alan's going to point at Sandra like, yeah, there he goes. Okay, so we're all staying in line. Go ahead.
We're on Facebook at Twin Flame Divine Fire. You can also find us both on Sandra Allen, and we have a little YouTube channel as well, Twin Flame Divine, nice mustache, Twin Flame Divine Fire, and I'm also on Facebook at AJKKFM.
Does anybody have a Twitter?
Oh, our reinvent Twitter. Yes, our reinvent.
Nice, that looks good on you.
Now he looks like Trevor. He's happy.
Do the generally Lee.
Don't do anything to be like Trevor.
Yes, I will. Stick with some hair.
I do something with this.
Oh, that's not even funny. You got more than that.
Now he really looks like Trevor.
Oh my God.
Oh,
okay.
well.
So, all right. So we got everybody. Again, if you guys do have more questions for us, please find us all. We're going to be doing this again in 2 weeks. Everybody's going to be there. We're all going to be there, right?
We're going to be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you guys have more questions or more things you'd like for us to discuss, please feel free to find us. We love you all and thank you for
And we are relationship reinvent Gary and Lee. They know who we are.
They know who we are.
Yeah.
And somebody had asked one small question.
What?
Is there a backstory behind why we're Lois and Clark?
Oh, is there? Of course there is.
There's always a backstory. So I guess you always have to wait for it because we'll bring it up next time.
That's right. We love you all. We'll see you soon.
Much love.
Love you guys.
That's my pageant wave.
Bye, Trevor. Bye, Eileen. Bye, Elizabeth.